Oh hey, didn't see you there.
Yo, what up? It's Say My Name.
Yo, what's up? It's Whipped Cream.
What's up, guys? This is Riot Tick.
This is Blunts and Blondes.
My name's Allison Wonderland.
Sullivan King here.
It's Black Tiger Sex Machine.
This has been TRILLVO.
And you're watching TRILLVO.com.
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 And you're watching TRILLVO.com.
Disillusionize me, Captain.
What's good, y'all? This is Rachel for TRILLVO, and we're here today with etc., who is one of the pioneers of electronic dance music. What is good, my man?
Chillin'. How you doing?
I am doing so good. I know you guys just ate papacitos, and this is your first time in Houston?
It's like my 5th time.
Oh yeah, you played Stereo Live a few times.
Yeah.
This is your first time at Spire, though.
Spire, yeah. No, well, yes.
Okay, nice. Are you excited?
Super excited, yeah.
Okay,
I'm
awesome.
ready.
So you have been actually in the electronic dance music scene for a really long time now, and you've seen it mold and you've seen it change. How do you feel about the current state of electronic music?
I like it. I mean, the thing with music, I think the good thing about music is that it's all, static movement and all just, everything changes, and that's the great thing about music. It's just everything evolves, and yeah, I think everyone who's killing it right now is fucking doing a great job, and that's all music I listen to, so.
Awesome. And so you have actually yourself a very, very large discography, including like legendary tracks like Bueller and Swoop. And so because of you have all these great tracks. What are a couple tracks that you are the most proud of?
Some of the tracks I'm most proud of are Bueller and Swoop, and just like any remixes. Like I think remixes I like the most just because I'm able to make the song my way of how I think the song should have been. So just like stuff that I've done.
Like just jamming a song, like, oh, this will sound so good.
Yeah, let me do my little twist. But like how Jim said, he said, the Party Shop remix, and I was like, yeah, that's one of my favorite songs that I did. So yeah,
That's the best song.
So you are actually somebody that doesn't like to really be defined by like a genre stereotype,
right.
But you gravitate more towards the Moomba sound. And what do you think it is about this genre that attracts you so much?
See, here's the thing. When I first started making music, I started making electro, house music. But I think what the Moomba thing with me is like it goes back to my roots. Like I'm Hispanic. You know what I mean? So it's like stuff that my mom would listen to when cleaning the house. So it's stuff that just makes me think back of my childhood. And then me being able to flip it my way and give it some sort of little twist. It gives me pleasure out of doing it. And Moombah is kind of what got me into the scene, so I'm always gonna go back to Moombah just because.
Where are you from, by the way?
I'm from LA, but my parents are Mexican.
Okay, yeah, I know obviously you're Mexican, and I'm sure your Hispanic culture really does play a big part in the what influences you as an artist. What else do you think has played a part in influencing your style as an artist?
Me, I just everything just from growing up, from where I come from, LA, my friends' music, everything inspires me, and I take it in hand and I try to use it to my advantage. And
what do you think you would tell other artists that were trying to get inspiration and might be going through a dry period, we can't find inspiration right now, I don't know what to do,
Man, I've been there. It's just a matter of just staying true to yourself and keep pushing. There are times where stuff doesn't work, but if you keep going at it, you're still gonna, you'll be successful as long as you find your way. I think trial and error is the best way to do it. Yeah.
For sure. And so what would you tell people that, I know there's a big argument or debate over should we release tons of content and just keep putting out music, or should we take our time and
see, here's the thing, when I first started making music, when I first started putting music out through SoundCloud, it was kind of how I started putting music out, and I was putting out a lot of music, you know what I mean? I would finish the song and put it out, and then once I started building a brand, I got a manager, it kind of, everything falls, you have to plan it, and it's less releases, but I would fucking put out music. If I could release a song a day, I totally would.
Did you ever go back and look at some of your old stuff and
yeah,
be what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah, it's so bad. I listened to it and I was like, ooh,
I'm sure
it's very cringe.
Yeah,
but hey, like I said, it's trial and error, and it takes a while for you to find your your niche, you know what I mean? And like, and I'm still finding mine, you know what I mean? And every day I learn something new, and yeah, just trying to create what my brand, whatever it is.
And so you actually just put out your first sample pack on Splice, and it's like a big deal for artists. Can you tell us about that and how the process was for getting that together?
Well, my manager set it up with Splice. Splice was interested in me putting out sample pack, and I didn't want to put out sample pack. Like for a long time, I was always like, nah, man, like those are my sounds, like those are my fucking babies, right? Like, but then I was just like, fuck it, like I'll do it, and I did it, and I'm happy. A lot of people like him. And
the response has been really good for it.
It's been good so far.
I know you have some interesting names for your sounds.
Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing, like, because you have to make so many so many sounds, and then you get tired of like naming it kick 1, kick 2, kick 3. So I was just going off by like what it sounded like, and I was like, oh, this sounds horrible. This sounds like crap, or like this
sounds like
good.
A dog's bark.
Yeah, like this is the go-to, or like it sounds like a fart, like stuff like that. So yeah.
So one of our writers always asks this question, and it's honestly like one of my favorite questions to ask artists. But if you could be stuck in an area of music forever, like that's it, that's your eternity right there, what area of music would it be?
Would be Moomba.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So when was the birth of Moomba? Can you give us a little bit of history, backstory on this?
Birth of Moomba was what, like 2006? 2006, I think? Or Dave Nada made Moomatone. Dave Nada, shout out. Well, what he did was he was playing parties for like his
2009. 2009.
2009.
We have somebody Googling that. That's awesome.
Fact checks.
Fact checks, yeah.
You can fact check him in real time.
Guys. No, so Dave Nada was playing ditch parties for his brother, and he was just DJing.
What is a ditch party?
Like people ditch school and they
okay,
hang out.
tight.
So he was just playing just playing music for his friends, his brothers and shit. And then I think what I heard was he was playing house tunes, and he fucking slowed it down. And he was like, oh shit, it kind of sounds like fucking tribal. And
or like,
yeah, and that's what he started doing. And after that, he started doing all those edits. And like where he was just slowing down everything. I think the first tune he did was an Afrojack tune. And then, it became into what it is. And in fact, when I first heard it, I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I was like, yo, this is pretty dope.
It was Spire.
Yeah,
and I was catching on with all the
I-
big guys like Dylan Francis, too. Everybody's embracing it.
Well, Dylan has always done it. I think when Dylan started making music, he was making Moomatone first. And then it just, like I said, it goes in waves, you know what I mean? Like everyone starts doing their thing, they find their sound, but they always come back to it. And Moomatone's...
The summertime comes and everybody wants to jam.
And I think too, it's because like it's gotten like more like on the pop side, and like radio side. So people now people are like, oh, it's this kind of reggaeton beat, but like people don't know it's Moomatone, but it's fucking Moomatone.
It's Moomba, guys.
Yeah.
Moombays. Shout out to all the Moombays out there.
Yeah.
So how did you and Jester actually come about meeting?
I don't remember. Yeah, just like one time like he came and he was like, hey bro, like I like your music, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And then now
You guys just vibe. You guys just vibe so well that you ended up just playing a lot of games. He is here, by the way, guys. Shout out Jester.
No, we
meet?
I think we started meeting on like not necessarily SoundCloud, but like we're just sending music. Like we were in a thread of everyone sending music to each other, and it was a lot of people. It was like Jester. It was like a lot of the Moomba heads, right? So it was like Jester, me. I was like Big Mac.
R.I.P.
Like Dave.
Munchie was in there.
Munchie. It was just a lot of like the Moomatone heads, and like
Happy
we all
Colors, no?
happy fucking
of course.
Vampiro del Sur. It was just all of us in a thread, and we just sent music to each other. And then like I think the first time I met Jim was I was in Miami one time.
Oh yeah.
It was like a rooftop party, and then I think you gave me a sticker. You gave me and Bro Safari a sticker, and then I was like, just Junior? And then he's like, and then Bro Safari was like, I think it's Jester. Like he was like, it's like gesture. And then I was like, what, like jester, like a court jester? And he was like, no. But yeah, I think that's the first time I met him, and like he's fucking been killing it since, man. He's have all the hits right now. He's killing it.
Nice.
For a white guy, this guy knows a lot of Hispanic music.
I know he always does the taco
He's
parties.
like the
and
whitest
everything.
guy
It's so
ever,
sick. We actually had we hosted El Dusty at Clips Ahoy here not so long ago, and that was amazing. We had taco pinatas floating around.
Oh, sick.
It was awesome, yeah.
Awesome.
And okay, so to wrap it up, I have one final question for you, and then we have to go back to Spire and get ready for them to rock it. But if you have anything coming up, I know there's a lot that y'all can't talk about, but is there anything that you can talk about that y'all coming up that you're excited about?
That I'm excited about. Well, I just wrote 2 EPs.
Oh, really? Nice.
And I'm just like putting the final touches on them, and then ready to put those out. I think because I did the sample pack, that was the thing I was waiting for to come out, and then it came out, and I was like, so now I got like 2 EPs. One's like a Moomba, like more like tropical thing, and then the other one's a little like trappy, bassy thing. And then we have a tune we did together.
Nice,
that's
sweet.
a super dope
Collab vibes.
Yeah. And then that's it. And then I got shows coming up, and
Miami.
that's about it. And Miami.
It's gonna be
Tomorrow.
lit. Yeah.
Are you going to Miami?
No, I'm not. I'm not going back again. I know, I'm so sad. But okay, actually, the very final thing that I want to say is like my first time that I actually saw you. I want to say it was like 2014, Life in Color. I think you either went on you went on right before GTA.
Yeah.
And it was like you like threw down like heavy trap, and it was incredible. That was my first time I saw you. During that time, were you thinking like that was the vibe you wanted to stick with, or you just like playing what you wanted at the time?
Well, I think most of my sets have always been like I play a little bit of everything. Especially now that like I've known, like now that I feel like what my sound is, and like I could hone
you like
it
found
into,
you.
Right. So before I was like, okay, this is what people want to listen to, and now I'm just like, dude, I'm just gonna go with the vibes and have like if everyone's having a good time.
What the fuck I want.
Right. Well, not necessarily what I want, but like I want everybody to have a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I try to play it by ear. But no, at that time, like it's because I was releasing a lot of trap.
Yeah.
So that's basically what my sets were. And now, like my sets, most of my music's just like all over the place. So my
that's what we like. Yeah.
My sets are like that. They're just like I'll play trap, I'll play dubstep, I'll play Moomba. I'll play a little bit of everything. It just depends on how the crowd is. And like I'm just about having fun. Like like that's my whole motto is I want everyone to fucking have a party and like fucking have a good time. And if you guys are having a good time, I'm having a good time, and that's all.
Well, we are so excited to see that tonight.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna go get ready, put the final touches on the show tonight. Thank you so much for letting us come out and interview you.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, and we'll see you tonight, man.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. We out. Gang gang.